What up, YouTube? It's your boy Deuce Beats coming at you live from the It Doesn't Matter podcast. I got my brother in the building too, Marv. What up, Mar?
What up, Deuce? We back at it,
Hey,
live
man.
again. What's up with it?
Oh, man, just chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? We stay with it, man.
That's what's up, bro. Hey, you know what's crazy about this, bro?
What's crazy?
I have my actual bro on this episode, man. This shit's about to get live, bro.
Hey, go ahead and introduce him one time.
Big Marv, say what up, bro.
What up? How y'all doing, man? I'm glad to be here, man. Excited, ready to dive in. I've been watching y'all, man. Let's go.
Hey, it's been live over here, huh?
Hey, I'm ready. Let's go.
Shoot, bro. Hey, man. Hey, let's start off with this, man. You've been out of Cali for a while, bro, and I know what you're doing over there, man, in Tennessee, but bro, kind of tell everybody what you've been up to, because I think this is something that everybody needs to listen to, especially out here if you're on the West Coast struggling. Listen to this, man.
Man, it's crazy because like Shelly is 16 now, man. So we've been out here 16 years, and which is crazy to think about it. But it was
shout out nephew.
Yep, for sure. But it was supposed to be a temporary thing, you know what I'm saying? And when we were just coming to try to fill it out. I was really trying to break into the college coaching scene. And so I was like, you know what? Let me just kind of make a move and kind of, try to explore some different options and stuff. And so we moved out to Memphis, and man, my career just really just took off. My wife's career just took off, and we just kind of just blew up. And we were at a point where we really couldn't come back. We really couldn't afford to come back, just being honest.
No, hey, yep. It's crazy because, you were like the first person to leave. And I'm like, dang, my bro left, what's out there? Why is he staying out there? And, I think you should really elaborate about the coaching and your position now. Cause, this is crazy, man. My brother is the head man right now over there in Tennessee, bro. He ain't telling y'all everything. He's trying to sugarcoat it, man. He better than the coach.
It's crazy. So like I said, man, when I left LA, obviously we born and raised South Central LA, you know what I'm saying? And for me, moving to the South was really just about trying to come up and trying to chase my coaching dreams. And so I moved in the very first school that I got a job at was Treadwell High School. And I was pumped because I'm like, hey, that's where Penny Hardaway went to school at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm like, okay, so I'm in Memphis. I'm like, damn, I get my very first job is Penny Old School. So I'm like, hell, we own, right off the bat. I'm like, hey. So, man, I got in there and I found out, man, Treadwell wasn't like the same, like, back when Penny was playing, you know what I'm saying? It was straight inner city. It was hood, but that's where we from. So I was fine in that environment, you know what I'm saying? But so I came in my very first year, took the program over and changed the culture. And the team went from like winning like 3 games that first year and I was coaching football and basketball at the time, and went from winning 3 years football team. We ended up making it to state the very first year, made it to the state tournament, lost in the second round, and then basketball took them to the playoffs. And from there, man, I went and got a job at Southwind. And Southwind, for the people out there that's watching, when you think about Memphis, you think about like that's where like it's a suburban area out here. And so I got a job out there. I was coaching there, just really kind of blew up, took over, had a really, really strong run. And then, that led me to Germantown High School, which is a big suburb out there, one of the largest schools in Memphis, in the Memphis area. And then that led me to Lausanne. And man, and Marlon knows this. I took him up to Lausanne, but Lausanne, it's like a dream job. It was a dream job for me.
Yeah.
I was coaching there. So when you start thinking about the pros that came out of there, that's the same school that Mark Gasol went to for the Grizzlies, So then Cameron Payne, who, was a part of the program when I was there, Scal Labissiere, who was the number one player in the country, who ended up going to Kentucky, was there. Musa Cisse, who now he's probably going to be a first-round draft pick next year. He plays for Ole Miss right now. Not to mention Jonathan Desjardins, Bo Montgomery. I can just go on and on and on about the guys that I coach that, that are pros now or, that are playing Division I ball, man. So that's what happened, with that. And then probably about 6 months ago, man, I got a call, asking me, hey, do you still want to coach or do you want to kind of move up the ranks, man? So I had all these, like I said, I coached all these pros, I coached all these D1 guys, and so I was like, well, what's the next chapter for me?
Right.
And bro, I took over. I'm the district athletic director now.
Wow.
for the whole school district of Germantown schools. So it's basically any school that you think about that's in the Germantown area, all athletics is under my leadership right now, man. So that's it in a nutshell.
That's
Where I'm at right now.
Hey, Marv, I got a question for you. I got a question for you real quick.
Yep.
Being that you from LA, were the kids different in Memphis than LA?
Man, so that's a very, very good question. So honestly, hood is hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna be like, hey, it's different. I had to learn the slang. You had to, like when I was coming up, you in there, we called it bagging. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, you bagging. This dude bagging on me. Like out here, they call it checking, right? So
checking.
They call it checking.
I ain't never heard of checking, bro. I ain't never heard of that. What, you going to the luggage? You about to go check a bag in? You gonna go check it?
Yep.
I ain't heard that.
That's what it is out here. So that was stuff like that I had to get used to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, when I first moved out here, they were like, "Oh man, you sound like a white boy. You using dude or hella, or some stuff like the like we talk. They're like, oh man, Coach Davis, you say you from the hood, man, you a white boy. Like that's the type of stuff that I used to hear, and I used to tell them, hey, don't let this fool you now. Don't let it fool you.
Hey, you know what's crazy? They don't know because I experienced that a long time ago. hey man, we got some stories, Deuce.
Yeah. Oh, we gonna dive in. Y'all want to know about Marlon? Hey, it's on. I'm about. Hey, I can't wait.
Deuce, it's time for story time.
Story time.
It's story time. It ain't hosted by me today, but it's story time.
Hey, all right. So check this out. Hey, I got a classic Marlon story. So look, I was the first one to come along out of all of our brothers. I'm the oldest, right? And so, but me and Marlon were so much alike that we always bump heads. Like, hey. So look, so I was the first one. I was the first one in the family. You know what I'm saying? That I was the athlete, just like Marlon.
Yeah.
And so I had D1 offers. Marlon had D1 offers. Everybody else in between didn't. It was me and it was him. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up going to Santa Monica JUCO.
Yeah.
That's where I went. Shout out to Santa Monica Corsairs, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, our squad, when I tell y'all, we had a squad. Chad Johnson.
I was just about to tell him about that. Yep.
Steve Smith.
You told me.
I told you.
Hey, all them. So, hey, out of our team, no BS, it was 16 of us that had D1 offers out of the 22 starters on both sides of the field.
Crazy.
Like, we was loaded like that. The crazy part about Chad, Steve Smith, they wasn't even the two best receivers. They'll tell you that to this day. Like me and Chad, I saw Chad a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? Ocho Cinco. You know, me and him chopped it up a little bit. Steve Smith. But the best receiver that we had on that team was a dude named Demetrius Posey. Mm-hmm. He was going to Utah with Steve. 6'5", ran like a 4.3, you know, went up and got it. You know, him and Steve was going to Utah, but he ended up getting into a car accident coming back from Mexico with his girlfriend and died. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So, yeah, but man, we had so many pros, man, like on that team. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I ended up changing from, I played outside linebacker, and I ended up changing over to tight end my sophomore year because we didn't have a tight end. Then I came back to the defensive side of the ball, so I was really like a backup or whatever. And but the two dudes that was in front of me, Jabari Hendricks and them dudes, man, end up going. One went to Michigan State, the other dude went and I still averaged. I had like 16 sacks that year. Like that's crazy. How it shows you how much talent that was on that Santa Monica team. You know what I'm saying?
Be popping. LA be popping, bro.
Yeah, we was loaded. So anyway, getting back to the story. So I ended up, like, I had a chance to go to Fresno State after that year. I ended up going to University of Laverne, Division II school. And the reason why I did was because it's going to help set me up for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I knew I was getting to the point where I wasn't going to the league, but it was like, you know what? I'm still about to do something. So, man, I went and I was able to play ball my last 2 years. Going into my senior year, Marlon probably gonna remember this story. Going into my senior year, there's a typical Marley Marr story. Marlon had no filter, dog. He could not control himself. So I'm like, I'm going into my senior year. I'm balling. I'm starting, but I'm like, you know what? I want to be in the best shape that I can be in. You know what I'm saying? Because you realize, okay, you're not going to the league, but you want to go out with a bang. So I decided I'm going to run track. Just so I can be in shape. Now, mind you, I'm fast. I'm football fast. I'm running like a 4.6. You know, I'm football fast. I ain't track fast.
Yeah.
So I tell moms, I'm like, hey, don't come to the track meets. I'm trying to get in shape. My girlfriend, who now she's my wife, but she was a track runner.
Shout out Shamira.
Yep, Shamira was super fast. We called her track star. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, hey, I'm just gonna run track. I'm gonna be in the best shape. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna have a hell of a year. So mom, being who she was, she like, nah, we gonna support. We coming. So the whole family jump in the van and they
green van.
Hey, we out there at the track meet, and it was the first meet of the year, so it was a random draw. It was just random. Man, so I'm in a heat with track dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like these, they fast.
Yeah.
Fast. So I'm like, all right. So I'm out there. Hey, they doing high knees. I'm doing high knees. I'm doing everything they do. Man, that race go off. I get smoked. Bad. I like literally, I start off in lane 8. By the time them dudes finish, hell, I was in lane 4. Like I had moved down. That's how bad I got beat. But I ain't no track runner.
Yeah.
Man, so I come back to the family. Everybody like, oh, you did so good. Everybody hugging me, dapping me up. Marlon ass gonna say, bro, you came in last. Man, I was so bad. This dude ain't got no filter. He was like,
oh God. Oh man.
Hey man, you came in last place. I was hot.
Marlon, crazy.
Like, dude, I ain't no track runner. You know what I'm about. You know what I'm doing. Hey, you remember that?
Yeah, man. But you know what? I had to get you back, man. Look, Deuce, man. We got some stories, right? Some stories, bro. Man, I don't know what it was. When I was young, I used to test the water, bro. I was the dude who tested the water. I don't know why, bro. I looked up to my big brother too. So, it was just like things was just happening. So one day I was just chest was feeling, I'm loose in the chest, baby, and I'm over here talking back to moms and everything. She's like, I'm going to call your brother. I'm like, you ain't going to do that. This nigga showed up at the house from college, bro. He showed up from the house from college. So I'm like, all right, bro, I know this not about to be good, but I'm going to try to smooth this one through, bro. Man, you ever get hit so hard that you got to hold it in? Like, you got to hold it in, bro. He was like, come in the back. We going to take it to the back. You talking like this? Bro, didn't even let me get my verse out, bro. I was trying to talk and plead my... It just, bro, I never felt something like that in my life, bro. I just thought that my life ended at that moment, and then I held it together, bro. But I went to the bathroom like I had to pee, bro. I let them all out. I let them all out, bro. I let them all out.
hey, mind you, at the time, bro, I was like probably about 235.
No,
I was probably benching well over 330. I mean, I was in college.
Yeah.
Like you said, you know what I'm saying? So, man, I remember that too.
Bro. I had to tell, Deuce, man, I had to let him out in that bathroom, bro, because I couldn't hold him much longer, bro. I'm telling you, that's how bad it hurt, bro. I had to go to the bathroom, like, I gotta pee. And I didn't even want to fight, bro. That's when you know you ready. Like, you like, all right, man, I'm gonna just be quiet. Bro, I was good for about a year straight.
Moms didn't have to worry about nothing, huh?
Nah, she didn't have to worry about nothing, bro. I was good, man. We got hella stories though, man. We got some stories, man.
That's why we so tight to this day, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's real talk. Like, when you start thinking about it, like, I'm the oldest and Marlon is the youngest out of the boys. You know what I'm saying? But our relationship, bro, is like A1, hey, shout out to all our other brothers, you know what I'm saying? But like me and Marlon, like, we tight. Right. Like, tight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, one thing I gotta say though, this is on some serious like stuff right here, because I don't think people see too many positive black men out there. And I got a good dad, a good brother, several brothers. I'm around you dudes. Your pops is a good, good, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy that we don't highlight the black man as much as we need to, bro. And my brother, one thing I'm gonna say about him, and I know he don't want me to throw all this out there, but my brother is doing so well, but he acts as if he's just a normal black man. I promise you, he doesn't look like he's above anybody. Right. And the standard was always high for us. So for him, his boys right now, man, I promise you, bro, man, I be thinking to myself, like, man, I wish my son get to that level, because his boys right now, both going to college, both top tier athletes. And you can't even tell me that these kids have not excelled in everything else outside of sports. Well behaved, well versed, everything, man. They're nothing like the way we grew up. But I'm just so proud of my brother for just doing that, bro. And that's an inspiration right there. So, shout out to you, big bro. You know how it is, man.
Appreciate you, man. Man. You really don't know how much that means to me, man. Like, for real talk. Like, I appreciate that, man. Like, that means a lot, man.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
So, Deuce, are we ready to get into it, man?
Yeah, we can get into it, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you start off with the first one.
You go, okay, look. All right, so look. We was watching that podcast with Cam Newton and Shaq, right? And he had this comment, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this too. But basically, he said that podcasts are everywhere right now. And essentially, instead of me listening to Stephen A. Smith on ESPN, I'd rather listen to Shaq on a podcast talk to me about basketball. And I kind of felt like he had a valid point right there, because if you got access to players who played the sport, they know the game, and they can relate better to other people, I think they will give you the best take on anything that's sports related. But I don't know. What you thinking, bro?
So I see. I agree with him to a certain extent,
Yeah.
but then at the same time, I'm and you know this about me, man. I'm all about knowledge. I feel like we can learn from everybody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like so like I'm older than you, and you younger than me, but I can learn from you. You know what I'm saying? So I that's the way I look at it. Like you know what? Yeah, they got the experience in that environment, but do they have the not the full on knowledge, that somebody who's going to
Right.
school, somebody who's really sitting down, who's really watching the game, who's really studying their craft, you know what I'm saying? So me personally, if it's just an experience thing, like him talking about, yeah, back when we played, we was able to do X, Y, and Z, then I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he has that experience. But somebody who's that's their job and they're going in every day and like Stephen A. Smith, you know what I'm saying? Like he sitting there, he's breaking all this stuff down. He's been around the game for so long. I feel like you can learn something from that too. Now, if I just want to hear like NBA stories or something like that, then no, I'm not messing around with Stephen A.
Right.
I mean, I'm not messing.
Yeah,
I am
got it.
going to Shaq. I am going to Barkley. I am going to Kenny Smith. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been there. They've done that. They've been in the league. But if it's just talking about the everyday stuff, then I think you can learn something from it.
Right.
So
Right.
that's my
And I feel the same way as you, Marv. Like, it's somebody, it's so many people that's doing podcasts right now. So it's just whatever, whoever you gravitate to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As an analyst,
I like that.
who you gonna gravitate to? If you're an analyst, you're a journalist, you're gonna gravitate more to the Stephen A. Smiths, the Skip Bayless,
Right.
ESPN, Fox. But if you're an athlete, just like you said, and you want to hear the stories and behind the scenes and what happened in the locker room, you gonna gravitate to the athlete. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just think,
Right.
It's teach its own. It's whoever podcast or whoever you get the knowledge from that you like.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's eye-opening right there. Because you know what? I think from a certain perspective, I would lean more towards the sports guy. But now that you guys broke it down the way that you broke it down, that definitely opened me up, to maybe listening to, somebody who think LeBron is the GOAT or something. I don't know.
No, we ain't going. You know how I feel about that. Kobe all day. Kobe all day.
Hold on, Marv. So you got Kobe #1 over Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh,
I do.
You do?
I do. So, but that's because now I'm partial. I'm a Laker fan my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up hating Jordan.
Oh,
I grew up hating Jordan. Hey.
Yeah.
With it on.
Yeah.
Hey, I grew up hating Jordan, though. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
Now, when people ask me that question, that I get that question all the time. I wouldn't now if I was starting my own team, I wouldn't take Kobe or Mike #1. I'm taking Magic #1 all day, every day.
Best point guard ever.
Yeah.
Greatest point guard ever.
All
easily.
If I'm starting a franchise right now, I'm taking Magic. And the only reason is because Magic can play every position on the floor. Magic gonna make everybody. Come on, man. Vlade was an all-star.
Yeah.
Mess around with Magic.
He was.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like you start thinking that Magic pushing the pace. He throwing dimes. He getting everybody involved. I think, man, I could have played for Showtime and probably would have got like 4 points on the floor. You know what I'm saying? With Magic on the floor, like, come on, man. I'm taking Magic 100%. No doubt.
Right. No, that's crazy, bro. Hey, you know what though, man? Hey, if I was to pick a franchise, like started from like beginning or not, and like, you know what I'm saying? I still would have to go with Kobe #1. I just can't go with anybody else besides Kobe because I need somebody who can set the standard. And what I mean by that is you not 5 minutes early to practice. You there before practice, maybe a couple of hours. You the last one leaving the gym. I'm telling you, when it comes to a team sport, people think Kobe was one of the selfish players out there. But in all honesty, bro, he just held people accountable. I don't see nothing wrong with that. So for me, I gotta go with the dog, and I get it. Magic is the player who can give you everything. And I even understand if you was to pick LeBron or Jordan, because to me, they all good answers. And another person who I think that a lot of people sleep on is Kareem. I just think that people need to do the research and look at Kareem, because Kareem is a real champion, bro. You got to start off with a dude who knows how to win championships too. That's all I got to say.
Hey, Kareem was a bad man. And I feel you on that, especially like you said with the mentality, bro. Like you got to think, like Kobe said a cold quote one time that stuck with me. He was like, everybody think he's selfish. He was like, I ain't selfish. He was like, but if I'm betting on somebody, I can't bet on these dudes. I saw when you walk in the gym 5 minutes before. I've been in here for 2 hours before. You know what I'm saying? I see you leaving as soon as practice over. I'm shooting free throws now when y'all gone. Right. So if it's at the end of the game, if I'm a bet on somebody, I'm taking that bet on me.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna pass y'all the ball. So y'all think I'm not gonna pass you the ball, but it ain't that though. I'm just gonna bet on me versus betting on you because I see what you do. And that's a cold line right there. So I agree with you. And you know, Kobe's my favorite player anyway. I'm gonna take Magic, but it's Kobe all day. You know, me and Kobe the same age. You know what I'm saying? 96, all that. So you know, that's my favorite player.
Yeah, Marv, look. Do you think that LeBron deserves a trophy for Los Angeles, or is it too soon?
Oh no, he got it. He don't stack up yet. You know what I'm saying now? And they ain't taking nothing. I know he scored his 40,000 with us, and you know what I'm saying? He got it. You know, he got it. He got a championship with us. He got the play-in tournament, in-season tournament. Yeah. Like we got all that, you know what I'm saying? And hey, and I got love for him. I appreciate it because we were looking bad for a minute after Kobe, so now we halfway relevant. At least we on SportsCenter every day. You know what I'm saying? Because of him and AD. So at least we back in the conversation. But nah, he don't deserve no statue or no trophies or nothing with us. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? He deserved one in Cleveland.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
In Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? They may even want to throw him one in Miami. I feel some type of way, but he don't not with us, not yet. Not
yet.
He got to get at least one. He got to get at least one or two more.
When you from Los Angeles too, y'all just don't accept just anybody. You know what I'm saying? You got to be on that team. Like you damn near got to be drafted on that team. And I respect it.
Hey, it's a whole fraternity, bro. It's
time out, man. Let me clarify some things right now. All right. Shaq wasn't drafted. Okay.
Yeah,
he wasn't drafted. He was brought here from Orlando. He has a statue. Let me explain to you why he has a statue. The dude got 3 championships.
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
3. Kobe, he has 5. Right? We don't just put any Joe Blow up there. We put the person who accomplished something. Right. Now, however y'all look at the bubble championship, y'all can look at it. I personally don't feel as if it's equal to a championship that's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not the same. We had a half a season, took a break, went to Tijuana, had a few drinks, came back to Orlando. I don't know when the last time y'all been to Orlando, but shit, I went there. That was the best vacation ever. So you know what I mean? And you didn't even have to really do much. You feel me? Right. All you had to do was just go to the gym, practice, go home. They fed you all you could eat. Yep. They said that they had a certain amount of people in the bubble with them. So like whether you brought a wife or some kid, like it doesn't matter. You still have other people who was in the bubble with you. So that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I got you, man. I got you.
Yep.
AKA Marley Marlon LeBron hater.
Yeah.
Hey, it's just hard. It's just hard when you're a Laker fan, dog. Yeah. Like if you don't understand, man, like it's Lakers versus everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't in, then it's whatever. Like people are like, oh man, well, it's Boston, that's a rivalry. Nah, it's if you ain't a Laker, over with. We ain't got nothing for.
Right.
That's real.
How do you feel about the Celtics though? Like the team they have right now.
Hate them.
still right now, even though they've been balling.
And the crazy part is Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum played out here with some of my former players, because he's from St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? And he was a Memphis War Eagle. My kids were Memphis War Eagles, both of them. You know what I'm saying? So we got all the connections together. You know what I'm saying? And now that he putting that green on, I can't mess.
I can't mess with you, man.
Can't do it.
Hey man, we can't support a team that's a clover, bro. That's some weird stuff right there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not feeling it, bro.
Yeah.
It's not even Mary Jane. It's a clover. It's a leaf. It's not. It ain't the real deal. It's like spice. Like, what is that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They do it.
Yeah.
Hate Boston. Hate Boston.
Have you ever been to Boston?
Nope. Ain't going.
He said, I ain't going to Beantown. It ain't nothing there.
Nope. Ain't nothing there for me. Nope. One of my players play at Holy Cross too in Boston. He out there right now, man. And they always talking about how, oh man, it's beautiful out here. You got to see it. Nope.
Nope.
We get back. Nothing about it.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Man, hey, we was just watching something the other day, man, and I want to talk to you about this, right? Yep. So first thing first, it looks like Paul and Tyson signed some contract. They gonna be fighting soon, and it's gonna be a big fight, right? Tyson is 50-something years old. He ain't the same Tyson we seen from the 90s. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to maybe 2001, but. How do you feel about this fight, man? Is this just publicity? Is it just what do you think is gonna happen, man?
Bro, first of all, you just said something that's big. For us, that Tyson era, it was nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? I remember, I know you remember this too, Marlon, getting up and mom taking us over to grandpa's house so we could watch when we getting pay-per-views, watching the fights. You know
yeah, we was all sitting on the ground. We had to sit Indian style. Everybody had to get a spot.
And you had to be there early.
Yeah.
The fight gonna be over with. You know what I'm saying?
One round.
Growing up like that and having that much love and that watching the baddest man on the planet. And being a part of that era, seeing stuff like this, honestly, it is slick, disappointing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's Mike, I get it. Yeah, you about to get the bag. You about to get the bag, but I just don't even want to see him like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's just gonna keep hurting his legacy. Dude, you are a legend, bro. And now, with his podcast and with his cannabis business, you getting bread. You know what I'm saying? So why even do it? Now I know he still got his, because you still see him on, on Instagram, and he out there, fighting and doing all that. He still got it. It's dang, he still got it. But I just wish, man, just handle your other business, man. Don't make a mockery of something, because dude was the best. He was the best, bro. Especially because back then heavyweights, man.
Oh,
now you don't even see nothing about heavyweights, but back then, heavyweights was it.
Oh yeah,
and so I just wish me personally, I wish he would just leave it alone, But because I think all that other stuff is fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? All that Jake Paul stuff is fraudulent, man. It's fake.
Yeah.
What about y'all? What y'all think?
I think the same thing. It's a bag. It's a publicity thing. It's gonna be a big payday, only because of Jake Paul's name. You know what I'm saying? Right. You fighting tight. So for Jake Paul, it's a win-win situation. Whether he wins or whether he loses, because he gonna get the payday. Tyson gonna get the payday. Now he's able to still say, "Hey, y'all hating, but I lost to one of the baddest men in the world." You know what I'm saying? Who was Tyson, even though Tyson 57. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just think, I don't know. It depends too, because I don't think they decided whether it's going to be a real fight that goes against your record, or it's gonna be an exhibition fight. So because that changes the rules. So we gotta see, but. Will I watch it? I'm gonna watch.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna see watch.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
It's on the deal with Netflix, I believe, right?
Yeah. It's with Netflix. We all still gonna watch, because of the entertainment aspect of it.
Oh yeah.
Now I hope that Tyson actually takes it serious and whoop this fool, because I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been fighting no real boxers. You know what I'm saying? Now you getting to fight a real heavyweight boxer. Even though Tyson is, I think he's 57. I think he's still gonna knock his ass out. But
bro, if he catch him, and I would love it.
The only thing I'm worried about.
Hold on, Deuce. I got a question to ask you.
Okay.
Do you think it's possible? Just like Clarissa Shields was calling out professional men boxers, do you think it's possible he can get knocked out like Clarissa Shields got knocked out when she challenged the man? I just want to know. Listen, can it happen? Can it happen?
The only way that can happen is if it's scripted. If it's scripted, if it's scripted, it can happen. And with the internet and all this stuff, like I don't want it to be scripted. Because some of it does look like it's scripted. Like, it's like, no way. You know what I'm saying? You got this boxer, he's 9-1, but he ain't really been fighting. Oh, okay. All right. Y'all go back.
What's up, Braylon?
Shout out to Braylon.
But yeah, hopefully it's not scripted. And just like when Mayweather fought, didn't he fight Logan, right? I think Mayweather could have put him away, but it was all about the money, and it's all about tricking the psyche to think that Logan Paul could beat Mayweather. So I don't want it to be the same thing as we gonna trick the viewers into thinking that Jake Paul can really hang with Tyson. Because even though Tyson's 57, you know what I'm saying, he still ain't fought no caliber boxer like that.
Right.
I mean, he ain't really fought no boxer. Let's just be real. Like, he ain't fought no real boxer. That's why he's fighting dudes that's retired, YouTubers, whatever you want to call them, bro. He's not fighting people who's actually in the game right now, bro.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
And I feel like you said, Marv, it kind of hurts the sport of boxing too. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it hurts his legacy, you know what I'm saying? And then if he so-called happens to lose this damn fight, like, that's all people going to be talking about is, damn, well, is Jake Paul one of the greatest boxers we've seen of this generation? Right. Come on.
Right. Yeah, man. That's my thing, man. I just wish he wouldn't do it. I wish he wouldn't do it.
Right.
Exactly.
So, hey, big bro, man. I see a number 5 USC jersey up there.
Yes, sir. Come on, man.
I see a number 5 guy, not the 5 guy from 5 Guys. I'm talking about number 5 guy.
Yes,
to me, I consider that guy the GOAT of college football. But, man, what you doing with a Reggie Bush jersey in the background, bro?
You know, that's my favorite college player of all time.
That was mine, too.
It's my favorite college player of all time. Like, we would gather around the TV on Saturdays. USC football in LA is, it's USC football. Then end up going to church on Sunday. Like, no matter what, like that's what we do. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my favorite player of all time, bro.
Yeah.
But is he Heisman worthy? Because he's no longer in the Heisman. Like, they stripped it from him. They stripped the stats. They stripped everything from this man. So now we want to know, like, is it worthy to, like, give him his Heisman back now since everybody's getting paid, NILs? Like, what's up with that, bro?
Hey, I think they got to.
Yeah.
I think they got to, man, because this and the stuff that they kind of got him on, like, today would be nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you didn't basically took this man Heisman. You didn't take a lot of his livelihood because even like the draft stuff kind of dropped down a little bit, man. Like, they got to give it back to him, bro.
Right.
They just do. I think who was that was talking that Johnny Manziel was just talking about. Johnny Football was just talking, he out of it now until they give Reggie Bush his back, and I support him on that. Man.
Right. What you think, Marlon?
Well, first thing first, Reggie the GOAT. Let's just be honest, bro. He's the GOAT, man. If you ever looked at college football, you like at that time, right? He was the dude that everybody had to see. It was must-see football. And I know, being that I was in LA, I saw him all the time. But, dude, during that time, you had Ted Ginn from Ohio State. If people don't know who he is, he was the fastest man on the planet at that time. And you had, Adrian Peterson at Oklahoma. You had all of these great dudes, right? They all had great careers and stuff. But nobody was bigger and better than Reggie.
Oh, yeah.
Reggie was the dude who you can put at receiver, you can put at running back, at kickoff return, punt return. It could go for a tub.
Right.
Anytime he touched it.
Anytime
he touched it.
It was must-see football. So to me, Reggie is the GOAT. And I'm going to just go ahead and just give you my top 5, right?
Okay.
So I know Reggie's not in there, right? But he should be.
Yeah.
He should be. I feel like Reggie forever is a top 5 player, Heisman, whatever. They stripped it from him. So I got Reggie number 1. Number 2 is so tough for me. I'm going to tell you why. Because this dude played while I was in college, and I love what I saw from another dude. So I'm going to do it like this. Cam Newton number 2. Because Cam Newton was just so damn real, bro. Cam Newton was that guy. At Auburn, Cam Newton was the only player on that team that was like, oh my God, like stats and all of that don't matter. Like if you watched him play, I single-handedly watched him beat Alabama that year. I was like, damn. He's really cold. And, Cap was actually going against him for the Heisman that year. They all finished top 5 and Cam won it, but that was a crazy year. Who else? Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow had the perfect season as a quarterback. The dude was flawless. Like, I got to be real with you. The dude was flawless. Flawless. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He did have some great receivers, Jamar Chase, JJ, those was good. But just looking at him and the way he played that year, it was like he had the perfect season. Right. Then I got, damn, this is tough. I'm going to go old school. Right now because I'm a diehard SC fan. So you already know who coming up.
I know you going.
I'm going with Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen, bro. 2,000 yards rushing. 2,000 yards rushing.
Crazy.
Are you know how hard it is to get a 1,000?
Yeah.
A 1,000, bro. Y'all just don't even understand. Him and OJ should be tied up, but this dude went from being OJ's backup and then taking over and just destroyed everybody, bro. Just murdered everybody, bro. So, I mean, to me, Marcus Allen is up there. And then lastly, I got to go see Woodson, bro. I got to, man. I'm a DB. I love dudes on defense. You feel me? The only defensive player to ever get to the Heisman, bro. And the dude was a baller on offense. He was a two-way player, bro. I love watching him in the league anyways, too. I thought he was my favorite DB for a long time. It was Deion and C. Woodson. So you know what I'm saying? That's my top 5. Who you got, Deuce?
So I got Cam 1. You know what I'm saying? I got Cam 1.
Cam got to be in everybody's top 5.
I got Reggie if he was to get it. You know what I'm saying? Then I got Marcus Allen 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't have no list without Marcus Allen. Mine was pretty much similar to yours, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I got C. Woods on there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's 4 right there. I couldn't really get the 5th one, but that's my top 4 right there.
Okay.
What about you, Marv?
Man, hey, I just gotta. I don't care what they say. Reggie Bush is my number 1, so we just gonna put that out there. Even though they took it from him, he's still gonna be He's still my number one. And then I agree with you, Marlon, on with with the Joe Burrow, man. Like, dude, like that year that he had, it was unreal.
It was
Like,
flawless.
and the way he ended it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something about it. And then
the dude was smoking a cigar in the locker room with the coach.
yeah,
Damn, bro.
yeah,
You got
yeah,
balls. You got balls to do some shit like that.
Man, it's just something about that. I was just like, like just the way he ended it, like that, he got to be on. He got to be on my list. Then of course, obviously USC fan. I got to go with Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen fan. Then he came to the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? That just, just kind of sealed the deal for me on that. One that just on my list, just because I'm just a huge fan, and he's one of my top favorite athletes of all time. And then, of course, he played for my team, and I seen this dude live, and he was unreal. Is Bo. I got to go with Bo Jackson. Bo. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Bo.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
What's crazy? Bo Jackson was a freaking nature athlete, bro.
Yep.
He was crazy, dude.
Yep.
They said that dude ran a 4.140.
He did. Hey, and they said when he did it, he didn't stretch. Like, he just came out and just ran it. Like, when I heard that story, like, dude, they said dude just got it and just run. Like, he is just a freak, man. I remember watching dude at the Coliseum. I'm at the Coliseum, man. He playing for the Raiders, man. And dude, he just took off down the sideline, ran somebody over, and just kept going for like 80. I was like, damn, I was just blown away.
Oh, that's nasty. He hit the truck stick and still kept it pushing for 80?
For 80.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Yep.
I feel hey, shout out to that defensive player who got trucked that day. You will forever be remembered for something.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Cincinnati. I never forget it, bro. I never forget it. Hey, and took off straight to the tunnel. Like, dude was different, man. And then my last two is just because, like I said, dude, I mean, watching what Caleb Williams did these like past couple years, like, I think he a tie for me, Caleb Williams. And then love him or hate him, but you can't deny his college career, Tim Tebow.
Yeah, like, that was my honorary mention, bro. That was my honorary mention, Tim Tebow, bro. Because Tim Tebow, he didn't put up crazy numbers like that, but his will to win was crazy, dude.
Yeah,
it was crazy. I love that dude. His locker room energy was there.
Right. Hey, Marv, I got a question for you. Being that you a coach, right?
Right.
How would you say Deion Sanders? How was this season a failure, or what do you think?
Now, I wouldn't say it was a failure because he made some big accomplishments.
Yeah.
But what I will say is when you start putting all the hype on it and you bring more attention to yourself, you get judged differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you coming in and you saying, hey, nah, this is the way we coming. Do you believe me now? Do you believe me now? And and get everybody on the bandwagon. Yeah. Then all of a sudden you get the letdown. Like
woo, Oregon came in.
Hey, he came in, man, and so like I don't feel like it was a failure at all. I feel like you can see improvement, but I mean at one point, he was talking about, I got the Heisman Trophy winner right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you start putting them targets on you,
right,
and you don't live up to the expectation, then I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like it may be a failure in his eyes because of the target, that he put on himself. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at it. So from the outside looking in and knowing the game, the way it is, and being a coach, and like I definitely see the improvement that he makes. Honestly, I'm rooting for him. I want him to succeed, but and that's just him. He just prime. As he says, he's prime. But I would kind of play the back end a little bit. I would play the underdog a little bit more. I'll be a little bit more humble.
Yeah.
And then it's like, if that's just me.
I could kind of see towards the end of the season, he was a little bit more humble than at the beginning of the season. I mean,
definitely.
When he got them first wins, that's all sports media was talking about was Deion. Is Deion the best coach in college football and all this stuff? But what that Oregon coach and what he said, that pregame speech, that gave me chills. I'm like, damn, he coming with the realness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But let's be real.
Yeah.
That wasn't the worst loss Deion took last year.
What was the worst? Yeah, what was the worst?
The worst loss was Stanford.
Right.
Stanford, what, 2 wins last year, 3 wins last year? I don't know. They didn't get a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look, man, all I'm saying to Deion is make sure you're ready this season.
Yeah.
Because you are a black man coaching and you're very loud. It comes with expectations when you got a big contract and your son is the highest NIL player in college right now being paid.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, Deion, you my favorite player of all time. I'm not going to ever take away from that. All I'm hoping for is that they have a good season, make a bowl game, right? I'd rather see the players play rather than the coaches talk. That's how I like to see it.
Yeah.
You never hear Nick Saban going on rants and this and that. You just see his team win games.
Right.
So that's my thing. That's me. I'd rather say show it on the field, let the talking come from everybody else, and then you know what I'm saying? You did what you did, bro. That's how you make noise.
Well, one thing that I learned, man, from being in this game now, like I've been a head coach before this year. I was a head coach for 17 years straight.
Wow.
And 17 years straight, I was a head coach. And so players, they say coaches lose games and players win games. So we have to take ourselves out of the equation. Our time is up. Our job is to pass on knowledge and to make sure that put these kids in situations for success. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's a little bit different because that's how he is, but I've always eliminated myself, man. I've been so blessed. Man, I'm the all-time winningest coach in Lausanne history. I won over 200. I won over 200 games in my 9 years over there.
Crazy.
In 9 years, I won over 200 games, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Several state championships. I won the league every year that I coached, except for one. We won our league. Out of those 9 years, we've been to the state final. We went to state final 4 or 5 times. You know what I'm saying? I did stuff that was unheard of in the coaching game, but I always made it about the kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was never about me because my time was up. And I always told the families that, like, look, it ain't about me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what used to kind of make me mad sometimes, like when, the people were like, oh man, Coach Davis. Like, no, it ain't about Coach Davis, man. It ain't about me. It's about these kids and giving kids an opportunity. I had my opportunity. I always knew from the Boys and Girls Club days, growing up on 50th in Vermont, going to Challengers every day, I knew I was going to do something with kids, bro.
Right.
Like that's so my day was done. I had a hell of a career. I got my school paid for. I played ball. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I even had a chance to ride around the country with Snoop and play. Well, I was Dog All-Star. You know what I'm saying? And so my sports career, bro, was great. I never made it to the league, you know what I'm saying? But I was still considered a pro when we did this, with the Snoop team. So, it was never about me when I started coaching. It was about the kids, man. And that's what Coach got to get to. Because he know how to recruit. He know how to sell kids. He know how to get them to their program. If he could just make it about them, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, big bro, man, you came on the show and fucking killed it, bro.
Hey.
You dropped some gems today, bro. I just gotta throw that out there, bro. You dropped some real gems today, man. Hey, this was very inspiring just to listen to your aspect, your thoughts. Even though we talk, this is something that we do on a regular, but having you on a podcast, bro, that was huge, man. I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. When you hit me up and you was like, hey, I want you to jump on, man. I just felt honored. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, being a big brother, you know what I'm saying? I've always been, one of your biggest fans. So proud. You telling me how proud you are of me, man. I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm proud of you, and obviously getting a chance to meet dudes and when we got together at the wedding and everything like that, and now jumping on the podcast, man, and just building this camaraderie, man. Like I'm loving this, man. But I'm proud of you, bro. I tell you this all the time. I've watched you mature. I've watched you grow up. I've watched you becoming a man, and as a big brother, that makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my niece and nephew taken care of because I watch you every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was nothing for me to drive back from Laverne, coming to Inglewood, watching the games. You know what I'm saying? I was proud then, but now as a man, bro, like I'm so proud, man. I'm so honored to be your brother, dog. And if y'all, this personally, but I say this on air. If you need me for anything, all you got to do is pick up the phone, bro. I'm there. Like, ain't no hesitation. Like, I'm there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, can I do a shout out to Marley Mar?
Hey.
Shout out Marley Mar. Hey.
That's what's up, man.
That's real, man.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man.
Man, we appreciate you too, man. Hey, go ahead, give them your social media if you have any social media like Instagram or anything.
Yeah. Hey, follow me on what is it? Coach D _91.
Okay.
Coach D _91 on Twitter and on Instagram.
Yeah, make sure y'all follow.
Yep.
All right, Marlon.
Hey, follow me, man. I'll follow y'all back. Follow me. Hey, yep. Hey, shout out to, like Marlon said, man. Shout out to my boys, man. Man, I'm just so appreciative to them right now, man. Trey, my oldest son, is, he's going to Purdue. He's going to UT Martin. He just signed with them the other day.
Yeah.
So excited for that, man. He's gonna go about 2.5 hours are out. And now I'm watching this dude get up running 2 miles every day, like trying to get ready, trying to get that college life together. And then, Marlon always talking about little Selly, man. He got a chance to be special, man. So y'all be able to see him too, man. So that's
both of them, both of D1s, both
crazy.
Yeah,
both. Yeah.
What's your Instagram, Marlon?
Hey, man, it's marlon.johnson.8. Hey, y'all can find me on social media, but most likely you ain't going to be able to follow me if I don't know you.
Yeah.
So let's keep that short and simple. Yeah. But y'all could follow the It Doesn't Matter podcast.
Right.
That's where all the real content is at. I'm just a family man now. So, hey, y'all know where to find me on there. And then, you know what, dudes? Let's leave him with something, bro. Leave him with your platform. Tell him what we do, man.
All right, you know what I'm saying? My platform is at Deuce Beats, DUSEBATZ. That's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever y'all want to find me on. And just like I said, it doesn't matter because this is what we do now. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna take over. Y'all just wait. You know what I mean?
No, it's no waiting. We there now, bruh.
We there now.
We there now. Hey, and you know what we gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and give a little a sneak peek, right?
Okay.
Big Marv, we got a segment coming out in the fall. It's gonna be our betting segment. You're gonna be back on for that one, bro.
Hey.
You know gamble. So be ready for that, because I'm gonna call you up and I'm gonna put you on blast. I'm gonna be like, look, man, over, under, what you calling it? What you calling it? You feel me?
Hey, let's do it.
You know, hold on real quick. I'm just dropping the animation so they can see the what's the bet. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I liked it. I like it.
All right, so
All
we
right, for
signing
sure.
out. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter podcast. Y'all make sure y'all check us out. You know what I'm saying? Deuces, and we out of here.